In this video, I want to give you 5 tips into tricking your brain to eat less. Tip number 1 is sensory specific satiety. You've probably heard the phrase eat a varied diet. Although this is somewhat right, the more variety we encounter at a meal, the more we tend to eat. There's a property of the nervous system called habituation. This basically means the more we are exposed to a stimulus within a short period of time, the less we will tend to respond. For example, the first few days, you'll really pay attention to it, and then from then on, very, very little attention. So the practical application that we can take away is limit yourself to fewer foods. Tip number 2, choose the right foods to manage your appetite. Eat more simple food because they will send way more stronger satiety signals to the brain stem. These foods will be closer to the natural state like fruits, vegetables, seafood, eggs, and they will also be high in water, protein, and fiber. Tip number 3, fix your food environment. Step number 1, remove highly palatable foods, and the reason being is because they drive us to overeat. Highly palatable foods are basically all the foods that we love, like junk food. And by the way, this also applies to healthy foods like nuts or even bananas. Now the reason I said that is because you want to create effort barriers to these foods, even if they're healthy. As they say, out of sight, out of mind. Especially this day and age, it's extremely important to minimize your exposure to food advertising. And of course, that's whenever you can. So before moving into tip number 4, here's what a great example of a great food environment will do. The only available food will be in a refrigerator and a cupboard. None of it will be in your sight, on the countertops, or anywhere in your workspace or the kitchen. Tip number 4, sleep. Sleep is extremely important for the non-conscious brain and actually plays a major role in your eating behavior. I mean, if most people just paid attention to how much they slept per night, and then the following day when they've had a lack of sleep, see how much more calories they consume, they'll probably be amazed. Tip number 5, stress. First of all, you need to identify if you're a stress eater or not. When some people get stressed, they eat a shit ton. However, when others get stressed, they eat barely nothing. Now, controlling stress is a lot more complicated than it seems because there are some variables that you just can't control. However, there are some practical implications that you can take. Try doing meditation or yoga or any similar practice. If your goal was fat loss and you want to lose fat fast, click the card here or here, I'm not sure where, and that will take you to a video I just released the other day on aggressive dieting for fat loss. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay positive, stay smiling, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.